Deja vu. I'm back in the woods and it's misty again and it's raining. It's not raining as bad as the other day, but it's a lot mistier. So I did stop here at the start of the last video, I think. I might have cut this bit actually. There's a nice tree here, but I think I prefer them top trees that we went to. The mist is meant to clear in about an hour and a half. At least the rain's meant to clear in an hour and a half. And I'm just assuming the mist will go then as well. So we'll quickly get up to that other tree. The reason I'm going back to the same spot is I had a few problems with the last photos. Some of them I really liked and they're available as prints on adamkappa.co.uk. But some of them, I think it was the ones that I did a long exposure on. They had a weird mark in the top right, top left, so it'd be about here. And I think it was for a few reasons. It was either I had water on the lens, it was from the movement of the mist, or because it was a long exposure, there's some light coming into the back of the camera. So I'm going to avoid all of those things today and hopefully get something not better, different, because it looks really creepy in here now. My eyes are seeing a portrait shot up there. It's not a good start. I don't have the quick release plate on. I've got one of those somewhere though. It's alright, I've got one. I've just realised that I've messed up here. Last night I was videoing hedgehogs and had the 400mm on my 5D and I had 135mm on my 7D and the 400mm is still on the 5D and this is the 7D, which isn't the end of the world. It's still a good camera, but I'm not going to be able to get the same composition as last time, which might actually work out as a good thing. I'm going to claim it's a good thing for now. I'm not very happy actually, but we'll make it work. Now I can get, I could put this camera on. I could put this lens on actually. Right, I'm going to grab a quick photo here. I'm going to go 2.8. I've gone for a landscape shot, even though I just said I'm going to do a portrait. And it's because I put this camera down and I liked how looking up at the trees made it look quite, I don't know, looked a bit more impressive. But I'm going to keep that camera on there and I'm going to head up into the woods and then we'll go and see what them other trees look like. Then once that shot's in the bag, we'll have a bit of a wander around and see what else we can find. There's loads of mist today. This looks pretty cool. Now we just need to see how this affects our composition. Changes it quite a lot. So there's quite a bit of mist behind the trees now. I'll have a quick wander around first, because I think I might swap over to the lens that I use for vlogging, the 10-18. No, still prefer that side. And then I can get a bit wider because the 24-70 on the 7D is a bit too tight. Unless we came to this side, up here, and look back. We might be able to get these trees surrounding it. You know what, let's try that because it's different to what we've done before. That's a good enough reason. Yeah, this is going to work. We're getting like a nice frame from that tree, because on here you can see a bit of edge lighting. So if we focus on the tree there, and then what I'm going to do is go to f2.8 and underexpose it slightly. About there. Yeah, this is going to work. So we use a polarizer just to help bring out the colours. And then we'll stick on this lens hood just to stop a bit of the rain coming in. I've had a bit of a play around and I found a composition that I like up here. I've kept on the 24-70 on the 7D, and from here you get some of these trees down here with the wood. But I think what I'm going to do now is stick on this lens. It's 10-18, and I've been walking around looking at looking through this camera at photos that I could get, and I prefer the wider angle for this kind of thing. So I think we'll swap over to the GoPro for a bit, and yeah, can't believe I've done this. I checked everything before I came out, and I knew that I had only an SD card in my 5D, so I went to put a CF card in, and there was 2 in. So I should have been asking questions then, not now while I'm in the woods. Fortunately, I carry too much stuff and it's worked out okay, but just a bit annoying. So yeah, we'll swap over to the GoPro. Just realised I can still use this camera, but this is way better. I'm happier now. We're getting a bit of a look down there, and we're getting to about here. Then we're also getting way up here. I found it a bit too close when I was using this lens on that camera. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait until that mist comes in a bit. It's hanging quite nicely at the moment in the back left hand side, and there's like a thin layer front right. So I'm happy with that shot there. The first photo that I got the other day was from here, which we could try again because there's more mist this time. But because that one's a bit wider, we could get even closer. So it could work out better. So I quite like this composition down here. Because of the wide angleness of this lens, there's a load of branches down here, and they sort of lead you into the picture. Then you get all the trees and all the mist. And then in the top right hand corner, those branches, which are quite dark, stick through all the mist. So yeah, I'm happy now. Can't believe I brought the wrong camera. I think I'm happy with those now. I think I preferred the shots from the other day. I'm not sure if that's because I'm in a bad mood now, but what I'm going to do is head into the woods and try and get some more photos of some wide shots with trees in the mist. I think this worked better when there was a little bit of sunlight, but looking down the paths that way, it looks a bit creepy. So it could make for some good photos. Might try some black and white, but I do quite like the subtle bits of detail, like there's quite a lot of green and there's like pine cones. So yeah, we'll go and see what we can find. I've wandered down the track slightly and we're looking down the path now, and I was trying to set up a frame with some foreground, but as I was moving the camera around, I got just like the skyline with the trees sticking through the mist, and I can't quite decide if I like it or not, so I'm going to get a picture. I don't want to make excuses, but I'm struggling to find compositions now because I know where 24-70 is when I'm using the 5D. It's further ahead now I'm using this camera, so I'm having to change up what I do slightly. I think this should look quite contrasty though. There's a few different colours in there, and there's like a mixture of thick branches, and some of them are going off to the side slightly. When I was stood over there though, I noticed there was a track going up into the woods that way, so I'm going to head up there. This one looks pretty cool too. And so does this one. I like this one. We're doing this one. Feels like all that mist has disappeared now, so I think this is going to turn into more of a recce trip, trying to work out what's down here. It looked quite interesting down there, so if there's more trees like this, then it'd be a good place to come back to next time it's rainy or misty. I've not really enjoyed doing woodland photography before, but after that last trip out, I think I've caught the bug, so hopefully there's going to be more of it. Just working out the right places to go to, because the conditions don't seem to last for very long. There seems to be a window of nice weather with like the mist and the sunlight and everything, so it's just knowing them places. So hopefully we can find a few more places down there, and then next time it's the right conditions, we know where to go. You joking? This is the same place as last time. They're the trees that we photographed before. Why does every path end here? So apparently every path ends here. In the last video I walked up that way, did a bit of a detour into the woods, dropped down, came out there. This time I walked that way, went up, circled around a little bit, did a bit of a detour through the woods, and then it came out here again. So yeah, not really going to plan this time. Most of it was my fault. I'm not sure why I brought the wrong camera. I'm usually pretty organised and have it all ready, like have my wildlife stuff set up and my landscape stuff set up, ready to just grab and go. But yeah, I didn't this time. But I think what I'm going to do now is head down that way. It seems like most of the mist is lifted. I'm not sure what we're going to see. I saw a path down there that went up to the right, but chances are it'll come out here, so you probably won't miss anything. But I hope you like the video anyway. If you want to see the photos that I got of the tree last time, I will link that video down in the description, and it's also available as a print from kappa.co.uk. All the money that I make from them goes back into photography stuff, so if you want to help support the channel, that would be massively appreciated. Or if you hit the like button and subscribe, that helps a lot too. But I hope you like the video. Hopefully next time there's a few more pictures, but I'll see you then.